Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, this is Bang Bang Rail. Please like and subscribe. Someone was talking about Wakefield yesterday. Yeah, Wakefield prison, saying that it was one of the hardest prisons, the hardest prison in England. They got, I think, 749 category A's, double cat, triple cat A's. Yeah, listen, not about Wakefield. What about Wandsworth prison? Wandsworth prison, mate, was I still think Wandsworth prison was the hardest prison around. Yeah, and the scrubs. And Wormwood Scrubs was just as bad. Wormwood Scrubs was just as bad. When I first started my sentences in the 60s, like mid 60s, mate, I'm telling you, Wormwood Scrubs was one of the worst prisons going. Yeah, you got to remember, yeah, they had screws in there that are all ex MPs, yeah, military police, and they're all big, horrible people with their peaks down right over their nose. Yeah, you can just about see their eyes, and they're walking. A lot of them are walking around because there was no fences in them days. It was just walls. It was Mountbatten that put the fences up. Yeah, Mountbatten put the fences up around prisons. Yeah, or inside the inside of prison. Yeah, they never had no fences. They had dogs. They had Alsatians, yeah, that would rip you to pieces. The screws loved it, mate. They loved walking around with Alsatians, yeah. Them screws in the scrubs and in ones in them days were no good, mate. There was bad people. As I say, there was all military police, ex-police. I mean, I see screws in there take their caps off and get in a cell and have a fight. Big screws, get in a cell and have a fight. Listen, screws can't beat us, mate. No way in a million years. So they go in the cell, have a fight, come out bashed up or whatever it is, yeah. And then they're steaming 4 or 5 hours when the doors are locked, yeah. They steam in and bash you up. Come on, the way they're going about the prison system, right? Yes, listen, the prison system is a bad system, yeah. But they can't beat us, mate. They can't beat us. They've got a closed, confined place. Yeah, it's closed and confined. They got doors that bang up. Yeah, and you can't get out of. The locks are on the outside. You can't get out of these doors. So when that door's shut, you ain't going nowhere. So if they after someone, all they do is shut everybody away, and once everybody's shut away, they steam in the cell. 6, 7, 8-handed, buckle him up, take him down the block, jab him up, bash him up, and put him in a padded cell. So when people say that screws are really this and screw, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, but they're bully boys. They're bullies. I mean, I've never met one really that ain't a bully. They're told what to do. You know, they're like robots, mate. They're like robots. You're told what to do and you do it. They're robots. I mean, I lived just around the corner from the scrubs, yeah? Not far from the scrubs. I used to go out with a girl called Lynn Bell, yeah? Lynn Bell, her dad was a screw in one of the scrubs. You know what I mean? And I always looked out for his geezer Bell, yeah? And evidently he was a bit of a bad screw, you know what I mean? And they lived in the flats opposite Faraday School. And these flats, they lived in there's about, 10 big blocks of flats, yeah? 3-story high. Most of them lived in there, yeah. And used to catch them all going to work in the morning on the push bikes. Very rarely did they have cars. They all had push bikes going to work, you know what I mean? So that was how to get them in the morning on the push bikes. And as I told you about my mate, you know, that they Peter Marsh and Peter Peterson got the boxing glove and then to stick and bash the screws. He was going back to ones that were coming from the scrubs, yeah. Wandsworth, just the same. A bad place. Listen, if you're category A, yeah, you really get everything you want. They get the visits first. Obviously, they don't get open visits, yeah. They get closed visits, but they get the visit first, yeah. They get everything first. Their food, everything's first. The worst ones I feel, are the ones, the escapees, yeah, with the yellow stripe down their uniforms, yeah. They're the worst ones because their lights are on all night, 24/7. The light's on all the time, a red light. You try and sleep with a red light. They got to put everything outside the cell, everything from everything. All they're left with is a pair of pants, maybe, and everything goes out the cell. Everything in that cell goes out. So come on, I think on patches there was. I don't think Cat A or Category A do all that. I'm not quite sure. I'll get comments on it. But when I was in Wandsworth and in the scrubs, I was to see the only ones really that put all the outside were patches. You know what I mean? And Wandsworth was the worst one. I think it was A wing, B wing. I think B or C wing that used to do more A cats and escapees. Yeah. But listen, mate, I remember the exercise yard, right, where you had to walk one way in the middle and another way and then the other way. So it'd be that way, and that way again. Do you know what I mean? So they could never really talk and all this. Now that's why the old boys, when they talk, they go, all right, mate. They're not allowed to talk. They're not allowed to talk. If you're caught talking, you're going to get bashed up, mate. You got to remember in them days they had coshes, yeah, and they would use them, and they would use the coshes going themselves. There was a couple of bad screws in the scrubs. I forget their names, you know. There was one short, thick, bow-legged screw, yeah, thick set, really thick set in the scrubs. Really, I forget his name, mate. I forget his name. So it's just a bad screw, man. He can have a fight though. I've got to say it. He could have a fight. He didn't mind having a fight. You know what I mean? Ex-military. But you got to remember that all them people that have fights in the screws that go in the cell, take the right off. Fair play to them. But 9 times out of 10, they get bashed up, yeah, or get a good eye in, slam the door, come back 4 or 5 handed later. Honestly, I ain't joking. Now it's completely different. The screws now are about 5'2", skinny as they come. I think they're mostly gay. I'm not quite sure. They don't look right to me. And yet they got the screw-esses now running around, big lesbian screws running around, banging people up. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, mate. It's ridiculous. It's gone crazy. It's gone mad. Men's prisons now. You know what I mean? And it's the same. I mean, I've never been to a woman's prison. I wouldn't mind, but I've never been there, and I can imagine it's similar there. We've got men prison wardens, but you know, they keep on about Wakefield and how hard Wakefield was. It was a bad place because all the cat A's in there. Listen, most of the cat A's want to shut their mouth and get out. They don't want no trouble. All they want to do is get down to a cat B. They don't want to be keep cat A's. They don't want to be cat A's for the rest of the sentence. They want to get down to a cat B and possibly a cat C than a cat D. So they ain't going to cause problems. There's more people that cause problems than the cat B's. The cat B's and the cat C's, they're the ones that cause all the problems, mate. Ain't the cat A's, ain't the double A's or triple A's, they don't cause no problems. They just want to get it dropped to a lower category, and the only way to do that is to shut their mouths, get their mouths shut. And they do. They ain't in trouble. People go, oh, it's double A cat. It's triple A cat. So what? When I was in Brixton, I was in the A cat unit with all the Wembley lot and all that lot. I was in the double A. Listen, they got everything they want. That in my mind, they got everything they want. We used to have pie and mash and eels on a certain day in there. Someone would bring pie and mash and eels up on their visit, and they'd get them have it. Do you think I'm joking? I'm serious. And that's a double A cat. And I was in there for, 3 or 4 months? I was up on a serious charge. But mate, got treated like lords in there. Drink, everything. So they had better facilities than a C cat or B cat. You know what I mean? So people go, oh mate, a double A cat. Listen, double A cat, triple A cat, don't know about that, mate. They don't want to be that. They want to get out. They want to finish. They want to get dropped down to a lower cat, yeah? And, you know, people, they're very violent. Listen, the government give you the A cats, yeah? You can get nicked for silly charges and still get an ACAT. You know what I mean? Double ACAT. All them poor A-geezers, there was all ACATs, yeah? But they walked around. They done what they wanted to do. They got a book. Now, everywhere they go, there's a book. They got to sign the book when they go on a visit. They got to sign the book when they go to exercise. The book's got to be signed 24/7, all the time. Signatures, all the time. Cat A books, Cat A book. I love to get hold of the Cat A book, you know, and put it on my book, put it in my book and show what it's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, everywhere they went, sign. Down at their food, sign. Exercise, sign. Visit, sign. Shower, sign. Everything's signed for, you know what I mean? So, listen, Catty's had it good, mate. Category A prisoners had it good. I mean, obviously there's going to be comments now to me about, I was a Catty, you know, you had it, listen, you had it easy. You had it easy, you had it good, yeah? You had it good. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please like and subscribe and give me some nice comments, yeah? Let me know what you think, yeah? Bye-bye.